A few years back, they conducted a poll throughout the regions of Sweden where they asked the people if they found their closest town beautiful or not. Visby on the island of Gotland won the poll, where 95% of the people on the island thought their city was appealing. I will never get tired of this view. The city wall of Visby dates back to the 13th century, but back then it was mostly used as a divider between two different laws. The country law, the landslag, on the outside of the wall, and the city law, stadslagen, on the inside. So one thing could be legal on one side of the wall and illegal on the other side. It is incredible, and it is a cultural heritage, but in the end it is a symbol of oppression. In 1361, when the Danish king invaded Gotland with his knights and mercenaries, the rich merchants inside the city closed the gates on the poor, ill-equipped Gotlandish farmers and let them take the fight. It was an obvious defeat, and I encourage you to visit Gotland's museum to see and learn more about this historic event. I have talked about Gotland's rich history before and how it differs greatly from mainland Sweden, so I will leave that be. Gotland is still today in many ways a kind of extreme part of Sweden. Not just the nature that differs, but Gotland has some of the lowest salaries in Sweden, but some of the highest house prices. And this island inhabits 60,000 people, but during the summer months, 1 million tourists come to this place. They visit the countryside and the old town of Visby. Allegedly, less people are today living inside the wall than during the medieval times, basically meaning having that place as their registered address. Speaking of medieval things, what do you think this was for? This here is the Visby gallows. It's a very direct way of showing people coming from outside that this is a place of law. And if you don't obey the law, this might happen to you as well. From being an important trading hub in the middle of the Baltic Sea during the medieval times, I guess that tradition continues to this day with the amount of tourists coming here each year. It's a place that piques people's interest, I guess. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad during these winter months. Quite the opposite, I think. Events and nightlife still happen, just on a smaller scale. And that's how I prefer it. Even though I am a peasant living outside the wall, the fact that I get to take part of such an historic environment is very humbling to me. The city and the wall stood here long before me and most likely will be here long after I am gone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I get to see you here one day.